It's update time. What's going on, everybody? Got some Blu-Rays, VHSs, DVDs. Trying to straighten my table over here so I can get to it for you gangsters out there. But yeah, I got some things from the Goodwill. Yes, I managed to find a way to get a few things from my Goodwill by sending Rousey in. I sit in the car, navigate. I know it sounds stupid as hell, but we're going to try to do that again today and see if I can find anything. And there was one thing, she dropped me off on a Saturday, and she was out there looking while I first started working. I found some tapes in the back. I go ahead and priced them real quick, took them out, handed them to her, and said, here, take these. And she said, okay. So, yeah. That was one. These is one of them. This is the Shark Street's Shark Quest VHS. I've been looking at these online and stuff, usually about $15, $20 some of them, and for $1, yeah, I had to go ahead and grab this. Watched it yesterday. You know, believe it or not, I've never seen Street Sharks at all until I just watched it yesterday. I remember hearing about them or whatever, but I was about 20 years old when these came out, so I was getting married for the first time and thought I couldn't watch cartoons anymore, but, you know. A few years later, I ended up having kids, and then I started watching all kinds of stuff like that. I also found this, Gimme 5. It's Chicago Bulls. I guess this is their quest to win their 5th championship back in the 90s. So both for $1 at Goodwill. That wasn't bad. And this one right here was a few days before that. I think this is one of the days where I navigated from the car. She picked up When a Stranger Calls Back. Didn't have this one. I got the first one. Actually, I don't even think I've ever seen this one, but you know, I priced it the day before, and then the next day I think I was off, and I just took her up there and told her to go look for it. She had to get on the phone and call me from the inside the store. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the way I got to shop at my freaking Goodwill, because they're freaking just weird and they won't let you shop there. That's all the VHS for this. Let's get into some DVDs. First up is a documentary called Movie Hoarders. Yeah, you know I had to get this. This is okay to a point. I really was excited about getting it because I know some people that's on here. Cinema Sickness is on here. Down the Movies is on here. And a bunch of other YouTubers that I learned about. But really, you know, they only took like Video Cool Dooders on here too. I forgot about him. But they only took clips and stuff. It seemed like they just took clips from videos that they have already uploaded and just put them on here talking about, you know, their collection and why they collect and all that stuff. And it's good to a point. Cinema Stalker's on here too. But after a while, I think it was a tad too long. And then after a while, everybody was talking about the same thing. They was talking about the art of the VHSs and stuff. Picking it up and keeping it in your collection, and talking about streaming, that, you know, one day it might not be here no more. You will always have your copy and stuff. A lot of the same thing over and over and over, and after a while it kind of did get a little boring. I think it's the same guys that made the VHS Lives documentaries. I've got 2 of them. They kind of do the same way too. It seems like they just took stuff from YouTube. I wish they would have really had real interviews and stuff, but they could have still had that stuff too, and it made it a little bit more interesting. But it is a documentary, and I did want to check it out, so I will have it in my collection. I don't know how often I'll watch it, but that's that. A few Blu-rays. I got a few more VHS. I mean, not VHS. A few more DVDs to show you, but I'm going to show you in a minute. This is Looking for Lenny. This is another documentary. I haven't watched this yet. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree, and I mean, I like stuff on music and stuff like that, any kind. It don't matter. Documentaries, I love them. So basically, I guess this is a featured length that says documentary on John Lennon. So Rousey was looking at it when I picked it up, and she goes, "What's that mean? And what's Looking for Lennon?" And I was like, "It's John Lennon, you know, man." 2 more of the Goodwill pickups that she picked up at mine. She picked up a few things I wanted to try to resell, but then she picked these up and she goes, I don't know if you want these or not. I hear they're funny and everything, and I haven't seen neither one of them, and that's Ride Along and Ride Along 2. I've seen clips of one of them on TV, you know, just flicking by and stuff. I never really sat down and got to watch them, so, I mean, Kevin Hart is pretty funny, and Ice Cube's pretty cool and everything, and that, so I figured I might just keep these and watch them, see how I like them. Back to, back to the DVDs, I should say. I went to Larry's at Welcome Back Collectibles. And you know, most of the time I go there, I look at toys and stuff because he's got a lot of that stuff. And just other things I end up picking up. And I never really looked through the DVDs and Blu-Rays and stuff. So I just decided to check them out, for once. Because he's got some for, you know, like $3 or $4. Pretty cheap. I got Better Watch Out. I've always heard about this, but never checked it out. I think it's been out for a few years. We popped it in and watched it, and you know, at first it's like a home invasion, and then it changes and it gets really wild, and it actually was pretty cool. JT of the Dead told me to wait to Christmas to watch it, the Christmas season, but I couldn't wait. I actually enjoyed this. I thought it was better than what I thought it was going to be. Another one I picked up, 2001 Maniacs from him. I have yet to see this one. I think this one was supposed to be like $6. I didn't pay that. I had Friend Day that day. All the ones that I show you from him, he just gave to me for free. Can't beat that. All Cheerleaders Die. We haven't watched this one yet either. I don't know much about it, so I can't really say a whole lot about it. Then Hypothermia. This one looked cool. Look at the cover of that. All these seem to have clear cases and stuff on them. That's pretty cool, except for like that first one. Yeah. Some more, and then this is the last one I picked up. It's Blue Underground, City of the Living Dead. Had to grab this one up, and I was going to pay for them. I mean, this one was like $4. Most of the other ones was like $3 or $4 or $5. And he goes, Friend Day, and just slid them to me. So I said, I was going to pay you for them, and he was like, nah, just go ahead and take them. So I said, all right. And on my way back that day, I stopped by Walmart to get a few things, and I picked up Shivers. David Cronenberg, I can't hardly say his name. We watched this one last night. This is the Vestron Collector's Edition series, whatever. Didn't have the slipcase. It was only like $7.50. We watched this one, and I had seen it years ago when I was a teenager, but don't remember a whole lot about it except for like the leech-looking thing. So yeah, it's really out there, different and crazy, but David Cronenberg movies usually are. The last few I think I've got from Walmart. Well, no, this one right here, I got to give you props on this one. You know, here recently I just got the figures and stuff from this movie, and I said, what the hell, I'm going to pick it up on Blu-ray for $6 on eBay. I found Waterworld. Watched it like the second day, I think, after we done got it. I haven't seen it in many moons, but I actually like this movie. And it looked really, really good on Blu-ray, too. And the same day that came in the mail, Rousey picked up the VHS with the original cover for $1 at my Goodwill, because I told her I've been wanting it. Basically, just to get this to go with the figures and stuff, put it on the shelf. Looks pretty cool. But I had already ordered the Blu-ray, and it's funny, they came the same day. Well, she picked that up, and then it came in the mail. Last 4, I got a Wally World. Picked up A Quiet Place Part 2 on Blu-ray. This was very, very good. If you haven't seen it, you better pick it up and check it out, or whatever you want to do. Rent it or whatever. Really good film. Better than the first. Can't wait till a third one, because there's got to be a third one. Definitely one of my favorites in this haul. Had to grab it up. So, and then the last 3 here, this is another one I've seen at the theater. I went with my son and my daughter when she came in from out of town a few months ago, and her girlfriend, and Rousey, is the Conjuring 3. Had to pick it up on the first day. You know me, I love the Conjuring movies. Great trilogy so far. I don't know if they're going to make any more, but my favorite franchise in probably the last 20 years. I love these movies, so I had to pick it up. I'll rewatch it again here very soon. The last 2 that I got are a Blu-ray from Walmart too. I wanted to wait. The first one came out 2 or 3 months ago, and then part 2 just came out this month, and I wanted to wait till both of them came out before I got them so I could watch them back to back. And I was off yesterday, and guess what? I watched them back to back. Batman the Long Halloween part 1 and part 2. And if you put them together, they're like this. Pretty cool, ain't it? So yeah, these were pretty good. I had the graphic novel years ago and read it, and it's been a while, and I couldn't remember a whole lot about it, but pretty good pickups here. I'm glad I waited so I could watch them back to back, that like I've been wanting to, because you know how you watch something and then you know something's going to come out in a few more months and you get like a cliffhanger or whatever. You don't want to wait, so I waited on buying them so I could get them both at the same time. So yeah, there it is, the Long Halloween right there, the Joker. You got Catwoman, you got Poison Ivy, you got Scarecrow, you got Two-Face, you got everybody in these. Pretty good. And that is my collection updated. I know it's been a while since I've had one, and it's funny because I was just telling Rousey that usually I won't have an update for a month or two, and I don't really pick up a whole lot all the time. I've been buying games, and I've been buying toys and stuff, and then all of a sudden I'll start buying a few DVDs and Blu-Rays, and next thing I know, I've got enough to do an update within a week. So I decided to go ahead and do it and get it over with. And I don't know, might be a few weeks, it might be a few months before I have another one. But if you've seen any of these movies or like any of these movies or want to see any of these movies, give me a comment at the bottom. Hit the subscribe button if you've never been here before and you want to see more from Movie John, because I like a little bit of everything here at the Movie John household. Call this the collection room now. I've had other videos where I did the movie room and showed a bunch of stuff, but now I just said, you know what, it's more just collecting stuff. Figures, posters, freaking movies, everything else. Till next time.